Hey guys, it's Joe Tunney here in Woodinville, Washington, and for those of you who know me, this is where I live. In fact, this is my house of the past 10 years here in the technically the Cottage Lake Estates area between Hollywood Hill and Cottage Lake in Woodinville. And as you can see looking down the street, we're in the country here in Woodinville. Woodinville is a town that was developed in 1871 and has gone through some colorful phases in its history. In fact, this used to be kind of like the music mecca of the area. They had a Seattle concert series in the late 60s, and everyone from Led Zeppelin to the Doors and Heart and Santana and everybody used to all play in Woodinville. Now it's a big tourist destination because all of the wineries are here. Chateau St. Columbia Winery, Januik. And so there's a summer concert series still to this day, and it is at Chateau St. which is just a few miles away in the heart of Woodinville. Let's take a look at this house. We've lived here for 10 years, and it's been a fantastic house for us. It's a great area, Woodinville. There's some notable people who live here. Carl Weathers, if you remember him as Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies, lives nearby. Nancy Wilson from Hard, who we just mentioned, she lives right down the road as well. And so this house is, it's in an older community, this part of Woodinville, but this house is, it's big, it's nice, it's cool, it's very well constructed, that's for sure. Come on inside, let's take a look. 2-car garage. It's like a 2.5-car garage, so there's no tight spaces or anything like that. It's just definitely not enough room for a third car, but ample room for 2 cars, even a big sport utility like Mary's. Come on inside. So it has a finished basement. Come on in and take a look. And we've converted the basement to a couple of primary rooms. Also you have a full bath down here. It's kind of like its own apartment down here. And then we have a big TV room for the family. And this is where we all gather up and do our thing. Come on around, and the art wall for the kids. Our middle one made this in kindergarten. We thought we were going to retire young with that talent. And then we have the office here as well, and just a nice big office. There's no other way to say it. It's hard to go into the office when you have a home office that's this big. And then the second monitor here is because we have a multi-camera surveillance system. Let's pop upstairs. So this house has lots of rooms, and so although it is a 3-bedroom, we actually use this room as a 4th bedroom. We call it the green room, and it's got a lot of neat personality. We obviously have a lot of antiques. This bed is from the 1870s. The chair's not much later than that. But nice views, because we have 18 acres of forest here. This land is actually dedicated land, so it'll never be anything but the forest forever. When they built this neighborhood decades ago, they had to dedicate 18 acres back to the county, and so thus the protected area. They realized there was about 18.5 acres of forest land, and it allowed one more property to be built, and that was this property. Our dining room. It's really cool. The paint is suede paint, so it looks and feels like suede. It's got a totally different kind of texture. I'd never even heard of the concept until we did it. And then wainscoting, and again, lots of antiques and what have you. But it's a really nice formal dining room. It's crazy. We've actually never used it. Not one time, not ever. And the other weird thing, this table is from about 1950. It's North Carolina pecan, and the prior owner of this ensemble never used it one time, and now we've had it for 10 years, and we've never used it one time. So 65-year-old dining room table, very expensive and never been used. And then our kitchen has its own little dinette, but the kitchen is really, really big, and that's one of the great allures of this house, is that there's just an enormous amount of space. There's just no other way to say it. And so as you wander, I'll have you wander up real close to us here. and then turn back around. One of the neat observations we made the day that we were installing the stove right here is if you turn around and look across the house to the other living room or the family room, from about 50 feet away, if we were to put the TV up on the wall there, you could see it all the way from here. And it's awesome when you're cooking and there's a game on or something like that, and you don't want to miss the action. It's a game changer, believe it or not. It's a nice feature. And then again, this is where we have all of our meals. Silly as it sounds, you'd think we'd use that fancy dining room. We just don't. It never comes up. Washer and dryer room is in here. It also has a toilet and a sink, so the half bath here. And then you have cathedral ceilings in the neighboring room here. So this living room is huge with these big, big ceilings. And it makes for a great kind of semi-formal conversation room. You have nice views out pretty much every window in the house. I mean, being surrounded by the forest. If you like a forest view, you're certainly going to have ample forest view. Nice fireplace, just push a button. And there you go. Cool windows, the way that they're kind of framed in has a neat personality to them. And then the backyard, as you can see, it just leads up the hill, and and 18 acres of forest later, you find your next house. Let's head upstairs. One of the great things about Woodinville, particularly, and this applies to everything from Kenmore, Bothell, but Woodinville has the best advantage of the three, is our proximity to Bellevue, Lynnwood, and Seattle. We can actually go from Woodinville through Redmond without hitting a freeway. We can go from Woodinville to Bellevue without hitting a freeway. We can use Bothell Way and Lake City Way and go all the way to downtown Seattle and never touch a freeway. So commuting is just not a problem from here at all. So the master bedroom, master bathroom, big two-person shower, 2 sinks, nice size, plenty of room for 2 people to not bang into each other. Master bedroom. It has a furnished walk-in closet. Believe it or not, this makes a big difference for 2 people who wake up at different times, because you can completely get dressed in here, sit down, put your shoes on, get comfortable. You have everything you need in here, and then you can close the door early in the morning. I get up at 6, and so I don't have to disrupt my wife because I'm doing my own thing. And then along the way, another full bath for the kids. And again, those cool views out the window. And then 2 of our kids like to be in this room. You look out the window from here, you realize just how tall this house is. It's a ways from here to the street. We've tried to get one of the kids to use the bedroom downstairs. They're not into it. They want to share it. And then our other bedroom, which we've done in UW colors, is kind of a subliminal message to get our oldest child in the mood to go to UW. And this room also has a really great view. In fact, this room might have the best view of them all. It's just really nice to be able to wake up and bang, this is what you see every day. It's a beautiful house. It's in a beautiful city. I can't say enough wonderful things about Woodinville. I think it's one of the coolest cities I've ever even been to. It's a thrill to live here. It's neat to be near the wineries and what have you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My name's Joe Tunney at Keller Williams East Side. You can reach me on my cell phone anytime at 425-894-8230.